Okay, go ahead.
All right, we're going.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Andrew Ralston,
I'm Patrick Delaney.
and
This is Buff.
this is Buff,
Buff the chicken.
and we're here in my backyard, and we are trying to figure out a way to monitor these chickens and to predict some of their behaviors.
So basically, our hypothesis is that by using a special kind of webcam called a Pixie Cam, which is a pretty remedial object recognition device it's set up to recognize actually colors, we can do just a really quick kind of hack to train the Pixie on the color of the chicken's head. So you can see it's pretty distinctive.
Yeah, the comb and the wattle are pretty distinctive red colors, and we've trained the Pixie in a couple of different lights to log into that or latch onto that color, and to report the location of the Pixie in XY coordinates to the internet, so that we can graph it and maybe do some real-time analytics of where the bird is, whether or not they're laying eggs and that kind of thing.
So I guess we'll do a quick overview of what the screen interface looks like. We have additional work we're doing with a Raspberry Pi and OpenCV, but given kind of the limited scope of getting the chickens all in place and everything and the amount of time it takes to set up, we're just going to show you the system that we started out with here. So I'll grab the chicken.
Switch the camera. Oh, I don't know if I can switch it in. All right, I can't switch it in demo mode. So this is our broody hen. She's going to make some noise here. This is our system. You can see here we've got a Pixie camera that's recording the chicken's movements. And then inside here we've got an Arduino with a Wi-Fi shield and some LED lights that help us understand what's going on with the Pixie. We've got a light to help us control the visual conditions to be optimal as much as possible for the Pixie, and then the light's running on a simple thermostat like this, or not thermostat, a simple timer, and it's on for a couple hours in the morning, a couple hours in the evening. And then here we have the actual video of what the camera sees. Go ahead, to right now.
Oh, sorry, dark there. So you can see the, here, I'll try to get her closer. You can see it's trained on a kind of red, pinkish color. It's mostly capturing my hands at the moment. But you can see when her head goes into view more, yeah, you can see it, the box is picking up the pattern S1, which is one of 6 different patterns we've trained on this. Or do you have 6 running right now? Or
6, yeah.
Yeah.
There's 7 total. But.
So we have 6 different patterns at the moment, and basically what this allows us to do is get a sense. See, I saw it came up with S2 for a second there too.
Close this thing.
Yeah, forget this. It's trained for different colors because it's trained for different lighting conditions depending on what part of the day we're in. But essentially, what this allows us to do is get a general sense of where is the chicken. Are they in the nesting box? Are they in this area of the house, or are they not? So it gives kind of just a plus minus of were they in this general area? Did they cross over a certain area? Did they cross a digital road in a sense? And if they cross that digital road and went into the nest box, you can tell and sort of time how long they're in there. And Andrew, if you want to like zoom out and show the entire setup you have here, then maybe
I'll just show real quick that this marker has been is a little bit of a control to help just train the Pixie and make sure that there's something that I can trigger. The chickens are not always willing participants, so, and I run out of raisins sometimes.
Yeah, chickens love raisins. So the chicken's it's being trained and recognized in S1 and S2, and the marker there was showing up on S6, so I'm not sure if you could see that on the camera. But
all right, so yeah, the overall kind of situation here is the chickens have their coop and their run. There's Buff coming out nicely. And ultimately what we'd like to do is be able to track when a chicken lays an egg, and maybe do some kind of SMS notification and then ultimately work towards predicting egg production per bird, or at least for the flock if we can. We do have a solar aspect that we're working towards. There's a little solar panel. We're not using that at the moment, but
So
5 minutes in now.
So maybe just to look at the data aspect
Yeah.
of things, we have that set up on a different computer because we're not actually able to simultaneously run the Pixie webcam while we look at the data. There's just some vagaries in how the system is set up that we're working through. But we've basically taken a bunch of the data that we've published to AWS, and then we've taken it and put it into a MATLAB platform, which will be later migrating to a Python NumPy platform. But basically what you have is, I've written out this platform that basically I can take a particular day, so we treat a day as an object, and just run the day. It's going to go through this for a little bit, and then it'll come up with a little animation showing just some of the movement. So here, if you zoom in on that, I might have to go really close on there because I can't really maximize it until it's kind of just tracking. It's basically tracking what the Pixie saw throughout a day, and there I just kind of animated it very, very quickly. And what I'm able to do, if I could maybe rotate it a bit here, you're kind of actually looking at, this is where we had the Pixie set up in a different location at this time. We had it set up above and looking at a pattern of the chickens kind of walking around inside of the coop from above. This didn't have as a reliable setup as what we have now, but you're basically able to look at where the chicken is moving. And we're testing different scenarios to figure out what's best to predict these egg drops. So that's basically our where we're at the moment.
We're at 7 minutes.
Okay.
I will say that we're going to add a control. The videos proved to be pretty challenging to implement reliably, so we're going to add a control RFID tags to each bird. And that'll have the benefit of being able to individually identify birds consistently and reliably. That's our next phase, I think, as we grow this. Yeah.
So just quick thought, I could probably fast forward through a couple parts there, just to, like when it's processing. But maybe I could just talk about you want me to talk about the power or anything else? Like,
Let's call it good.
Just call it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks a
Enjoy
lot.
your 4th.
Yep.